Hello. I hope the sound quality isn't too bad. I don't really have any equipment yet. Hello to my currently 10 subscribers. Our numbers are small, but thank you all. I know we will grow over time, but I'm really glad you're all here. What this is about today is a little bit of a preview of my latest song and video, and also just some insight into a bit of my process and this tool called Runway, which I've been using to generate short clips of video. I've only been using AI. I only discovered AI about 2 weeks ago, and I launched my YouTube channel about a week and a half ago. And I only started using this tool like a day before I launched the channel, so just over like a week and a half. I'm not an expert on it. I've only used this one component, which is the Gen-2 video generator, but I've learned a few tips and some pros and cons of this system, and I will talk you through them on this clip. So the song is called Sword of Lies. It's a very niche song that I'm basically writing to my own entertainment, but hopefully there will be other people out there that get it. Why am I writing this song? It's about a lady called Penny Mordaunt, who wants to be the next leader of the increasingly far-right Conservative Party in this country, the party that's brought this country to its knees and to international shame, basically, over the last 15 years. And this Lego-haired idiot, because of the fact that she's come up in the party over the last 15 years, she basically thinks that being a prime minister is about lying to the people. She's seen Cameron do it. She's seen everybody do it right through, especially Johnson. Sunak's taken up the mantle from Johnson, and now she's trying to prove to the Tory party members that she can be the next to lie to us. So on a TV debate the other night, she was repeating a proven lie to me, to you, to the British public, while, and this is the part that annoyed me, while shoving her finger in Angela Rayner's face as if Rayner is somehow responsible for the appalling state of this country. And that made me pretty angry to see that, because I'm fed up with having liars do this to us. So I decided to write a power metal song, because that's what you would do, right? So about her quest to be the next Tory leader, and it's called Sword of Lies, because what do we know about Penny Mordaunt? We know that she lies to the British public without any shame. We know about stand up and fight, stand up and fight. If you don't know that, Google Penny Mordaunt stand up and fight and have a laugh. And we know about the big sword. So I've combined all of those things together into a power metal song called Sword of Lies, where she basically is on a quest to be the next to carry the sword, because that means that she can lie to and smite the British public. Like I said, that is pretty niche. Whether it finds an audience or not, I don't know. I can only create what feels the need to come out of me, and that's usually very silly like this. But okay, so let's just talk you through some stuff about Runway, which we're going to do here. So Runway is it's got various tools. Like I said, I've only really used the video generator so far, with which I can generate 4-second clips of video. You can extend them, but it's usually not a good idea. I'll probably go into why in a bit. Now you get quite a generous allowance of free generations when you start. They're watermarked with some spinning circles down in the bottom right, though, which isn't ideal. So I ended up paying for them. Also, I ran out of my generations. But like I say, it's good. They've got enough for you to really play with it and start to understand what it can do. And after that, you can then sign up for, you get 200 seconds of video for $10, which is what I've been doing. I'm going to try and set myself a budget of making this video with basically $5 worth, 100 seconds worth of generations, which should normally be fine. But the problem is there's always going to be a certain number of them which you can't use. And that's something of annoyance with this platform. I think it should maybe charge you for the ones that you want to download rather than for the generations that you do, because so many of the generations that come back are crap and are not what you asked for. Like if you saw my outtakes video, like you just get, I don't know, you'll just get like a woman in a scene, and just for the last second of the scene she'll just morph into a man for absolutely no reason. You didn't ask for that to happen, and you paid for that, so that is pretty annoying. But yeah, I'll take you through how this works and some tips and some stuff that I've learned, and just we'll generate a few clips of video. And what we're trying to do now is find a band to appear in my Penny Mordaunt music video. And basically, I've just prompted it in here. A really awesome all-female steampunk power metal group performing on a huge steampunk stage. There is a singer in the middle. She has pink hair. There are two guitarists, a bass player, and a drummer. There are plumes of flame shooting off behind them on the stage, and an array of massive stage lights, steampunk style. I really hammered home the steampunk thing. Now, what you can do next, you can fiddle with quite a lot of these other things, but I'm just going to concentrate for now on style. I suspect I'm going to want to go for thriller, because it's dark and moody, and I thought I wanted to make it consistent with my 14 Years of Fury melodic death metal video, which was basically a combination of me using a thriller filter and always telling it steampunk in the prompt, so it was like a steampunk dark thing. I expect that's going to be what I want again for this one, but I'll try a few more just in case and see what we get. Now, this is my sort of pro tip that I discovered a little while into using it, and I wasted a lot of money before I discovered this. But somehow I kept missing this free previews button here. Now, I've worked in UX for 25 years, and I can tell you why I kept missing it. And I want to smack the UX design of this website for this, because that is black hat UX in operation. They want you, when you're not thinking properly, to subconsciously come towards the bright color, purple colored button rather than this one, because this will cost you money and this one doesn't. So Runway, that is black hat UX. You've done that on purpose. It's manipulative and I do not like it, and you should change it. Now, yes, I don't know how, but for a couple of days I missed free previews, and this is invaluable. This is really great. I still hit this by accident first because of the UX. But yes, what we're going to do is we're going to hit free previews. You can do that as many times as you like, as long as you have credits. And then that means that you don't just generate a video that you didn't want. Because if I just went to generate 4 seconds now, most of what this gives you is crap. It's probably going to give me crap, and I'll have spent money on it. But if you go previews, you at least start from a good place. It doesn't mean you'll end up in a good one once they've animated it, but you do start in a good place if you go with free previews. And you can do that as many times as you like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through loads, and I'm just going to go through a few more filters here, just in case the one I want isn't actually thriller. So just hit that, and we'll hit that we'll hit it like 5 times, right? Because I want as many options as possible. Right, what filter could look good for this as well? Anime, we'll do 5 of them. Oh, those are looking quite good. They're coming back already looking quite good, aren't they? Yeah. It hasn't, oh yeah, it has. Oh, these look really good, actually. I'm glad. Right, so what else should we try? I don't want to do claymation. That was good in the video I did about our waterways, juxtaposing the lyrical content with the lightness of a Trumpton-style childish program. But yes, it's not suitable for here. Impressionist, I don't think is going to be right, but might be interesting. And then we'll end up with thriller, which is what I suspect we might end up settling on. Right, There we go. So let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, we can have if we click use as image input, you can have a closer look up here. It's pretty good. I like also, what else have I seen that I like? This one. I mean, look at this face. What's going on here? Don't even want to know. That's pretty good. I think these are all right, but I think because this is just the cinematic, realistic default, I think it makes people look. You get more of the uncanny valley because, I mean, has she got an extra eye? What's going on there? You get more of an uncanny valley because it's trying to be more realistic, whereas some of the more stylized ones. Look at these. Her dancing's great. Oh, and she's a clone as well. There's two of her. Yeah, that's something it does sometimes. One thing I kept doing, if you've seen the Ric Flairs in the House music video, I was trying for ages to get it to do Ric Flair having a fight with an Egyptian and then Ric Flair having a fight with a statue. And it was just obsessed with pumping out image after image of Ric Flair fighting with another Ric Flair. So I just get hundreds of these back of Ric Flair fighting, Ric Flair dressed as an Egyptian, or Ric Flair fighting a statue of Ric Flair. And I was just trying to prompt it, stop cloning Ric Flair, just give me Ric Flair and a statue that's not Ric Flair. Anyway, so yes, watch out for cloning. That is one of the downsides of this thing. Anime ones are, yeah, they're quite good. Don't know, maybe I'll come back to anime. I mean, do you see what I mean? These look better because they're less realistic. Oh, that's good as well. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I might actually come back to anime. I mean, one thing that I'm going to try and do to save some money is to try and reuse the same shot but try and manipulate it in different ways so it's not so obvious. I might see if I get time to run through a bit of that in this video. If not, I'm sure I'll do it another time. Yeah, these anime ones are cool. I don't remember doing this many. What have we got here? Oh, it's giving me too many guitarists. Why is it giving? It's giving everybody pink hair, which I didn't want. What if I take that out to stop confusing it? Okay. Right, let's try it. I'm not 100% happy with any of this yet. I mean, this is what. Oh, here's if you want to generate more. Here's a tip: if you want to generate more images in a particular style, but you've put one in here to look at closer, it won't. It's grayed out. So you need to just delete it from here because, yeah, I'll come back to what that means. So style. Let's try some more in. So I actually think I liked anime best. We might go back, actually. We might go back. Let's try 2 of graphic novels. And what do you think? Maybe 3D cartoon? We haven't tried that yet. And then anime. Right. Here we go, just waiting for these new images to appear. It's really obsessed with okay, was this graphic novel? I did a couple for graphic novel, didn't I? And that's anime. I don't know. I think I've paralysed myself for choice now. I don't want 5 guitarists. I don't. Yeah, the problem is they've all got pink hair. Well, if you want a realistic insight into what it's like making stuff with AI, then this is it. This is a lot of time, repetition. You're basically, it's a combination of trying to prompt the thing to trying to be really clear to the AI to give it what you want, but also curation, knowing what the right things are to pick from the list, and a lot of patience as well, because you will go through. My latest song I wrote, this one, I'm talking about this one. I wrote this yesterday, Sort of Lies, and produced it yesterday, and it basically took about 200 attempts to get the song that I had in my head exactly right. So it's not, you don't just write a power metal song about Penny Mordaunt into the AI and then it spits out something as good as I think Sort of Light is. I quite like these. This is Impressionist. I think I might go Impressionist, And in fact, that might be the one. I quite like that. That's quite good as well. But again, we've got 5 guitarists. Oh, I like the guy with the top hat in the background, though. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Okay. I'll say only 5 people or something. Only 5 people, because it's going mad on the amount of people on it. But I like the style. This is Impressionist, I think. So I think we're close. If the sound quality is crap, then tell people you know to subscribe so that one day I can afford a Blue Yeti or whatever they're called. That's the thing. I'm doing everything that I've done on this channel so far. I've done it for free or very minimal because I'm unemployed and I don't have any income at present. No, it's not listening to that. It's actually added more guitarists. Let's have 9 guitarists, it says. So yes, that's something else that, over time, as I think this content is good, and over time it will find an audience, and then one day, hopefully, I will be able to actually get some of the good AI tools and get rid of watermarks and do things properly. Okay, well, I think I'm torn between this one and this one. It's good. I'm not sure again now. Well, if you do want to hang around while I do this. I will be animating it shortly and showing you how that process works. Just not quite getting the result that I wanted yet. I'm getting close. So I'll do a couple more with anime, a couple more with impressionist. One thing that I have learned, but I've repeatedly forgotten to do since learning it, is to delete the ones you don't want from here as you go, because this page and this process will really slow down if you don't over time. But yeah, I have not been doing that, but here we go. That's quite cool. Maybe we do go anime. I mean, that's got one more guitarist than I asked for, but that's better than having 4 more. That's quite good. No drummer. Tell you what, let's try it with the one that we saw just now. There's a different angle as well. There's a bit more of a dynamic angle. Right, okay, so we're going to animate that and see what happens. Now, how do we do that? General settings on the left here. I don't usually touch anything in there. This is probably stuff that I'm going to learn more about over time. Camera settings. What you can do here is you can tell it that you want it to zoom in, and it'll basically start the shot at the default position, and over the 4 seconds it'll end up wherever you tell it to. You can pan it and roll it and stuff. That has some, I find the zoom works quite well, but if you try something interesting, like if you were to try and zoom, if you're trying to zoom but also zoom to the top like that, it doesn't just zoom into the top of the image like that. It's almost like the camera flies above the people in the picture and tries to imagine what they would look like from a different angle above them, and it starts to fall apart. So there's an outtake in one of my outtakes videos of the band where that happens. So I'm not going to do that in this shot. Like I say, sometimes it's fun just to get a messed up effect sometimes. Just zooming in does work. If you zoom in just right to the center like that, I'll do that later. I just want to give you a couple of examples of what will happen when I animate this. Motion brush. I haven't worked this out yet. Now it says that if you were to click on the brush and click on different elements of the video, like her hair, her skirt, that it gives the impression those are the bits that it will animate, but it doesn't do well. When I've tried it before, it's almost like it keeps those bits still and animates everything else around them, which again is useful to know, but it's not really what I thought it would be doing. And then the final thing really with this is down here. This is about how much motion that you want to control. Now, because I've messed around with some of these other settings, it's preset these, and I don't want to do that. I want to reset. I want to give you a few examples of this scale here, and I am probably going to waste some money for you here, because I think I'm going to get 2 videos that I don't want, which I suppose I can then put into an outtakes video. So this basically talks about how much movement is going to happen in the image, and I basically find if I set it to anything higher than 1, the whole thing goes nuts. People in the image might like I say, morph into a man. People in the image might fall apart or become spaghettified or burst into flames, like just stuff that you wouldn't have expected it to do. You just want them to just be dancing, right? And so every time it randomly morphs someone or spaghettifies someone, that's money you've wasted. So what I've found is that the less movement you put on here, the less likely that is to happen. If I put a 1, then maybe these flames will be going, maybe their hair will be going a little bit, they might be shaking their hips, who knows. We'll have to see what we get. If I was applying the motion brush properly, or understood how that worked, maybe I'd be able to control that. And then I'm going to do you a 5, and then I'm going to do you a 10. And my suspicion is the 5 and the 10 will be useless, because they usually are, but let's see what happens. Yeah, I've set everything the way I want it to. I've got this set to 1. What we're going to do is generate 4 seconds. And then we're going to go 5, which is halfway up the movement scale, generate 4 seconds. And then finally, we'll go 10, and we'll go generate 4 seconds. Now, in a second, we should be able to scroll down and see the first of our videos. Here we go. This is the other frustrating thing about AI, is there's a lot of waiting. If you're trying to make a video and you have to wait, and you can only use 1 in 5 videos that you generate, and you need like 50, and you're waiting like for these to be generated like 250 times. So yeah, it's a lot of fun though. I've had a lot of fun learning about these tools. So yeah, I'm not being down on it. I'm just pointing out the pros and cons. Of course, processing power is going to get faster, but as it does, the AI is going to get cleverer as well. So yeah, it's probably always going to be this kind of a lag when you're creating stuff. But still, I'll still be making a reasonably good looking video inside of a day, which wasn't possible before. Yeah, one of my favorite bands basically stopped being a band because of the costs involved. One of the lines in their songs is, it costs 50 grand to make an effing video, and it wouldn't do now. And I'm talking about a better video than what I'm making, but yeah, it's the productivity increase on this is crazy. Only 60%. I think this might be because, here we go. Okay, so this one I think is probably going to be okay and be quite usable. Let's have a look. So that's great. That's I don't know why it's buffering, but what's going on with her in the background, I don't know. Right, let's try and watch this again now that it's buffered. Come on. Alright. See, that's fine. This is good. I can use this. Okay. Now, I'm not going to play the second one yet. I think the reason the first one's having some trouble playing is because we've still got the other two that are sort of buffering still. Right, okay. So, oh, that's okay. So that's the one with the movement set to 5, okay? That's all right. This is the movement set to 1, which the preview isn't playing, but we saw it just now, it's fine. This is the one where it's set to 10, so this probably won't be usable. Well, look at that. I'm wrong. I actually think that is fine. Look, I don't know what happens to her in the background. Watch. What she turns into, I don't know, but it's still cool. So actually, I think all of those are usable. I think the reason is possibly, like I said, because I've started with a more unrealistic image. So yeah, all of these will be making their way into Sword of Lies. It's Sunday morning as I speak. At the moment, I would expect this to hopefully be up later today, and if not, definitely tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be doing more of these in the future, covering other tools I'm using and tips for using them. So stay frosty, subscribe, get your mum to subscribe, and enjoy my videos. Look forward to Sword of Lies. Cheers.